Your wish is my command. We're live.
Don, are you saying you're my genie in a bottle? Is that what's going on here?
Only if you rub grandma the right way.
We're starting it early tonight.
Okay, let's detour now. Hi everybody. We got DGG presents the Grand Pug Adventure today. This was a game written for a one-page RPG by La Leon Cosplay. So you can find them on Twitter. I originally interviewed them for In December, so Indie December, an event to highlight indie creators and indie games in the month of December.
Yep.
And found out a lot about them and found out about this game, and so it kind of went on the list because it's going to be simple, easy, and I think just a good time.
Oh boy.
So let's see, what else do I go here? Yeah, I don't know what else I have for an intro, so we'll kind of just dive into it here and show you how easy it is. So we've got George and Don here.
And we apologize for the missing names.
See, nobody would have even cared if you hadn't said anything. I guarantee you.
I care, Jeff.
We know Don cares.
I just spent 15 minutes fighting with text. I care.
Sometimes technology just doesn't want to work with you,
Yep. I lost George's name, so we decided, in the air of solidarity, to all be the nameless masses.
Apparently my name got traded to some fake creature or something.
Just like your attention.
We know
what?
That one.
All right, so we're gonna. I am running this. I am the DM in this instance. That is the Doggo Master.
Heck yeah.
So this game is all about playing pugs and trying to complete some sort of activity, multiple activities.
Oh boy.
The main goal, as you can see kind of in the first paragraph here, it's for 2 to 4 players. And your mission is to find your human to get love and attention, but obstacles stand in your way. Will you succeed or get tired and distracted and take a nap in the sun? So to start with, we've got the core skills for the pugs here: decision making, recreation, attention, and self-control. So these skills don't have necessarily have a number tied to them, but these are kind of the things we'll be using when we make rolls.
So those are like our actions?
Yeah. And so what you do will fall under one of those 4 things.
All right.
Like, recreation, if you needed to try and make it somewhere in a certain amount of time, that might be a recreation roll, like running around. Self-control. Yeah, self-control would be something to resist,
squirrel.
Yeah, resist the squirrel to continue on your mission. Attention would be maybe to get someone's attention or make yourself noticed. So what Don and George are going to do now is we're going to randomly roll for our heroic pugs, as you can see here. So if I can have both of you roll your first d6 to see what type of pug you are. Wow, that thing is loud, George.
That was Don.
Oh, that was Don's?
Yep.
George has a nice heavy metal die, so I assumed it was George.
I didn't roll that one. That one's still over here. I put a dent in my table.
All right, Don, what do we got?
So metal. I got a 2.
A 2. So you are a black pug. That is just simply, in this instance, coloration and looks. So type of pug is your coloration and looks.
All right.
And what did you roll, George?
I rolled a 6.
You're a 6. You're a puggle. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what that means. I did a little research on pug types, and I know the fawn, black, and brindle are the colorations. I think these other ones are just kind of,
Oh, I know what a puggle is.
You know what a puggle is? Is that the one with the flattest nose?
It's a half beagle, half pug.
Half beagle.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, this is the dog my cousin has, and it is special.
Yeah, it kind of looks like if you were to miniaturize a beagle and kind of smash its face a little bit like E.T.
Yeah. Yeah.
George has some insight. Now, I need each of you to roll a d6 again to determine your personality.
That's funny.
All right, Don.
5.
You are a food-motivated black pug. Write that down.
I also rolled a 5.
All right. So, do we both want to be food-motivated, or do we want to try rerolls?
I'll reroll.
Okay.
So we're not the same. I'm a 6.
You're a 6. So you are a Puggle show dog.
And my pug is just like me in real life.
I mean, I'm literally just eating Chinese food as we're playing. So.
All right. So Dawn, being food motivated, you notice that says attention next to it. Any attention rolls you make, you get to add a +1 to.
All right.
And so George, being a show dog, your focus is recreation. So any recreation rolls you get to add a +1 to.
Ooh,
look, a bot.
Yay, we got a bot.
Hey, I think that's like our first bot. Is this a milestone? Are we going
you've
somewhere?
had a bot before.
Oh, have we? Okay.
Yeah, I remember that night. That was a weird night.
Yeah, it was a strange one.
Which one is it? Okay, so now temperament. Both of you are starting with a temperament of 5. The temperament is a sliding scale from 0 to 10. Every time you succeed on a roll, your temperament goes up by 1. Every time you fail on a roll, your temperament goes down by 1. Once your temperament reaches 0, you get distracted and you go off and do a different task. So if not saying this is going to happen, but who knows? If George gets to a 0 on the temperament scale, then it falls to just Dawn to try and finish it solo.
We know how Dawn rolled. It's going to be George finishes this solo.
Yep.
You never know what might happen. All right. So there is a help mechanic in the game, though. If your other players' temperaments are getting kind of risky there. Mm-hmm. So as it says here, should a fellow pug's temperament get too low, you can roll a check for them. So George, let's say your temperament's at 5 and Dawn's is at 2, and Dawn has a roll coming up that they don't have a bonus to, but you do. You can make the roll for them. On a fail, you get the -1, but on a success, they get the +1.
Okay.
So basically, you're helping improve their temperament, but if you fail, it worsens your temperament.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like this as a help mechanic, honestly. Because the negative goes to you, but like if you succeed, you're lifting up your, in this instance, fellow pugs.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is a pretty good help mechanic, and it's really simple, which goes along with this, so I like it. So now we talked a little bit about the activities already, and so we have the core skills, and it's a contested D6 roll. So I just roll straight D6. I never add or subtract anything from mine, but as I told both of you, your core skill that is tied to your personality, any D6 roll you make using that, you will add +1 to. So if we both roll a 3, but you're using your core personality, you have a +1, it'll be a 4, you win. So there's not really a description on here, and I can understand that being like a one-page RPG thing, for like a tie mechanic. So what I'm going to do for a tie mechanic, if we both roll the same number, is it's going to kind of do our favorite yes and that we like to do. So you'll succeed at what you were doing, but it might create another complication somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the other thing here is each of the types actually has a little description on their personality. So the food-motivated personality So long as there's food and treats around you, you will be happy to go along with whatever others want you to do. Your favorite toy is anything you can eat. You have your bonus to attention checks. Oh, I forgot about the penalty. Always on alert for things to eat, and a penalty to your recreation checks. So any recreation checks you make, Dawn, will have a -1.
Oh, okay. So -1 to recreation.
And +1 to attention.
Okay.
Now, George, being the show dog, you are the descendant of a long line of show dogs, perfectly bred with the curliest tail the world has seen. You think you are a great leader, getting the other pugs to listen up when you have an idea, though your training makes you wait for commands even when no one is around. Because of your training, however, you can jump to heights your friends can't. You have a bonus to your recreation checks and a penalty to your decision checks.
All right. I see. So it kind of goes round robin with the benefits and negatives.
Mm-hmm. And then, so we kind of went through some examples. So here's a chart that's put in here for examples too. So attention activities, finding a bone, convincing a cat to help you, a bed and a warm sunspot. So some of these checks might be, I might institute them that you have to roll this check to not get, distracted or something as well.
Okay.
So the checks are going to be in this. It doesn't specify this, but how it makes sense to me is I will instigate checks as things that happen along the way. But then if you want to do something, that will also instigate a check.
So, George, does your pug have a name?
That is the most important part now. That's where we're
Apparently,
at.
you saw me Googling everything. Yes, my pug's name is Percy Winchester III.
So, Percy Winchester III. You want to put that in chat so everybody can see how that is, George?
Yes.
So, for people that are watching now, we basically there was no prep for George or Dawn for this, based on how the size of it and how simple it is to pick up.
Yep.
Because as you know, if you've watched before, we tend to try and go in with as little prep as we can to playing these games to show how it is for someone new that's going to be learning these. So we've spent probably about 10 or so minutes talking about this, and we're emphasizing on things a little more since we're on we're streaming it live and showing what Dawn and George are only seeing what's on the screen share here. They have not had their own copy to look through before. And your name is Gremlin, Dawn?
Yep.
I like it though. Percy Winchester III definitely sounds like a pretty good show dog name. And someone that's always food motivated. It fits. It fits.
Gremlin.
I like it. All right, so we're going to leave it here on the personalities, since both of your personalities fit on one page. So we have a reminder about the bonus and negative to the checks. All right, so we open with Percy and Gremlin. I feel like Percy and Gremlin each have their own separate dog beds. Because I feel like Gremlin's is probably a little bit too messy for Percy's liking. There's like food crumbs and some things, and bits of treats that haven't been quite finished yet. Squirreled, stockpiled away for later.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gremlin definitely has like those extra like flaps, and there's just food in them all the time.
All right, so both of you wake up. The sun has risen at some point. Being a pug, you don't know exactly when or what time it is because you're a pug. But, you just woke up. You look around. There's no humans. So, Percy, there's no one to give you directions, Percy.
We're going to die of starvation.
Gremlin, there's no one to feed you. You are in the living room. There are some big windows in this living room looking out towards the front yard and the street. There is also in the living room a cat tree that is currently empty, but there are cats in the house. There are 2 cats in the house. One of them is not very fond of either of you, but the other one, much like Gremlin, is very food motivated
Garfield.
and is very food motivated and doesn't seem to mind as long as they're not being bothered too much.
Garfield.
See, I think now it's an orange tabby. I think that just what's to be has to be now. That was an orange tabby. It's canon. George brought it into existence.
Yay!
Spoken.
No.
They have one of those nice big, L couches in here. There's the TV, a few bookshelves, and you got to find the humans.
Percy, we're gonna die.
We'll be fine. They'll show up eventually, hopefully.
There's no
How
food. Gonna die.
one gremlin, calm down. We'll be fine. How accessible can you get to like the Windows ledge?
They are gone forever.
Gremlin, shut up! I'm trying to think.
You can go up to the You can go up and like get your front paws up onto the ledge of the window and look out the windows pretty easily. You're not having to pull yourself up very much, but you just kind of like get your front paws up a little bit and you can see out onto the street.
I'm going to look out and see if I can see them. Maybe they're outside. Maybe they're just grabbing the
Gone forever.
Gremlin. I'm going to look up and just try to look outside. Maybe they're grabbing the paper, grabbing the mail.
Even the cats have abandoned us.
We don't like the cats, anyways.
Gone forever.
You look out the window, Percy, and you don't see any humans initially, but then you do see a human walking down the sidewalk.
This is the mailman.
You're jumping the gun. Let me describe him first.
I'm a dog. I have 2 thoughts in my head.
But yes, it is this person in the blue and white that shows up almost every day, and they stuff things through this little slot that's in the front door, and you can tell they're getting ready to come this way.
All right, I'm gonna ignore Gremlin for a little bit, and I'm gonna stand right underneath the slot. And as soon as it opens, I'm just barking.
Is it food? Did you find food, Percy?
All right, so I think this one, we're gonna make this an attention roll.
Okay.
Because you are making your presence known to the mailman as they approach. So, roll me a d6.
Okay.
And let's see. You have no bonus. So what'd you get on your roll?
I rolled a 4.
Well, you have succeeded because I rolled a 2.
Oh.
So that is a +1 to your temperament. So your temperament goes up to 6.
Nice.
So these pieces of paper and stuff start coming through the slot, and the minute it opens, they come through. You start barking, and you see.
And Gremlin's in the back going.
Hold up, I think I broke Jeff.
And like as it starts to come through, you let out your great war battle cry, with the Gremlin backing you up with some snorts, and the mail kind of pulls back out for a second, and you hear like some grumbling or something outside the door. You don't always know what the humans say. When they say your name, you know that, but they say a lot of other things that just don't make any sense. And you don't know what they are.
Blah 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 blah.
And
it's wah, 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 wah.
Charlie Brownish. Yeah, we Charlie Brown it.
We hear keywords and tone. That's it.
Yeah. So, Gremlin, the humans have not been here. They haven't fed you yet. But there's something coming through this slot. It might be food.
Is that food? Just like jump all over it and try to.
So, I want you to go ahead and roll me. Let's go with a self-control on this one to not destroy the stuff coming through the slot and mistake it as food.
Oh, there goes those W2s.
Ooh,
There goes the W2s.
Got a 1.
you got a 1. Oh, so that is a -1 to your temperament because I got a 2 again. So your temperament is down to 4. And
This food tastes like paper.
you like grab and start like pulling it in, and you hear like some grumbling out there again, and some choice words you hear with some like they don't sound very happy, and you pull the rest of it in through the slot, and yeah, you're munching on one of the letters, and yeah, it's just not very good.
This one's a perfume ad.
This one tastes funny.
I told you it was not food. We'll get to a voice eventually. It'll stick one of these times. It won't be like a different voice every time we speak. Now,
where's the letter box? I gotta get this taste out of my mouth.
it's up in the bathroom upstairs.
They locked it.
All right.
What are we
It's
doing?
like there's still no sound in the house either. Like sometimes usually you wake up and if the humans aren't around, sometimes they're in the kitchen making food or doing something or playing with the hot liquids.
Let's go to the kitchen.
Food?
Yes. Maybe we can find the food. Maybe we can find the doggy kibble.
Okay. So
I have every accent at once.
what I
Now,
would
y'all.
do now. Let's see.
I think
Yes. I'm going. So as you both start to head towards the kitchen, I'm going to call for a roll. But what happens is, Gremlin, you see that bone they just gave to you last night that's barely chewed on. Just laying there, poking out from under the couch just slightly.
It's a food!
So,
Gremlin, no!
Gremlin, give me a self-control roll.
It's not terrible. That's a 4.
Well, you succeed because I once again rolled a 2.
It's all about the 2s with Jeff.
Apparently. The first roll I did with this die before we even got on here was a 6. And now it's only rolled 2 since.
You took all the magic away.
So,
obviously.
So Percy, you call out and tell Gremlin not to, and Gremlin goes over, composes themselves, and starts to come back towards the kitchen with you. But you look over as you could turn back towards the kitchen, and there, at the base of the stairs, is your favorite tug-of-war toy.
Is it a food?
I need you to make me a self-control roll to resist going to play with your toy.
That's a 5.
The dice has finally spoken. I got a 6.
There it is.
So you tell Gremlin it's not food. Stop! Don't go after that. And Gremlin listens. And you're feeling good about yourself, and you see your toy. And Percy just charges towards the steps.
Did you find a food?
Yep.
Can't quite stop on the hardwood floor.
Exactly. They have carpet in the living room, but you got to the hardwood floor hallway that leads into the tiled kitchen or the hardwood floor kitchen. And yeah, you just kind of slide into the stairs, but grab your favorite toy, and it's in your mouth now.
Oh, my hair is a mess now.
Amazing.
All right. It's not food, Gremlin. It's just a toy. What are you doing now?
Oh man, I thought it was food.
So you tell me, Gremlin. Is Gremlin someone that plays tug of war with Percy with this, or
Have we lost the game already?
Probably.
probably? All right.
Takes a little bit, and I'm like, fine. Arr.
Go ahead and give me a recreation roll.
Oh, these I'm not good at. I like food too much to be good at recreation.
But I thought recreation's what made you good at food.
With a -1, that's a 1.
Oh. So I got a 3. So take your temperament down by 1.
Oh no.
You race over and you try and grab the other end of this toy, this tug of war toy from Percy, but Percy is just Percy's got a little bit more height than you. And so Percy's just kind of raising it up and tossing it around. You just can't quite reach it.
After a little bit of stuff, I'm like, man, I'm hungry.
And
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you spend. It seems like, in reality, as we know, it's probably only 2 minutes. But in dog time, it seems like forever that this distraction's been happening, and the hunger starts to creep in, Gremlin. And Percy, no one has made you, present yourself and do what they usually do in the morning. Go through your tricks.
Oh, great. Now he's singing the blues. It's the song of our people.
It's pretty good. So you kind of let out that little oh no, what's happening? Whine there. And you both trot your way into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And inside the kitchen, no smells. There's usually hot water, hot liquid smells or food smells in here going on, and people walking around, but there's nothing. Except for on the island counter in the center of the kitchen isn't not the orange tabby, but the Siamese. Its tail just hanging off the edge, whipping back and forth, just staring at both of you.
Sorry, my head's going Lady and the Tramp all of a sudden.
It's such a terrible song.
I know, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course I did. When I was a little kid, 7 years old, that was my favorite movie.
That's a good movie. Live action one just doesn't.
So this is the cat that's not really fond of either of you. But how do you feel about this one?
Friend?
I don't bother it. It doesn't bother me. We're neutral.
Friend.
All right. So the cat's just kind of looking down at you with,
Spicy friend.
To Percy, you see it as mild disdain.
Just like Grandma.
And Gremlin, you see it looking down at you expectantly, like it's playtime, or maybe it knows where the food is.
Yep, it's a spicy friend.
I'm fine, I promise. I haven't just got off working a 9-hour shift.
All right, so what's next?
Got any food, friend?
I mean, the food wouldn't be bad about this time, you know.
looks down at both of you, and the tail just kind of whips back and forth and goes, "Oh, the little Dumbo's starving."
You know me. I'm always starving.
He's not wrong.
Yes, it's exhausting.
What do you
Yeah.
know about exhausting?
Well, this has been something, and they yawn and stretch on the counter, and then start to like walk away down the counter in the other direction, just away from you.
I guess the spicy friend doesn't want to help. Come back.
Gremlin, I know you like food a lot, do you happen to probably remember which cabinet, or which one of these many, many little doors?
There's doors?
Yeah, there's little doors everywhere. Look for the one that we can't open, because that's definitely the one that has the food behind it.
Do they also have
Oh.
paper and people on the other side?
I don't know. They're doors. All doors have people on the other side of them.
So I need decision-making rolls.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dear Lord.
1 + 1 = potato!
4 minus 1 is 3.
You know,
Maybe you get a new die.
I know there's 6 sides on this thing.
Like I said, this is about to be a solo George adventure.
All right.
I got a 2, but like,
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Oh, great. We both failed.
So that is a -1 to temperament for both of you. You you find there's a metal can next to the counter, Gremlin, and you know that the humans put things in this stuff that you wish they'd give you, and so you essentially have found the garbage can.
no,
But-
it's the secret treat hiding place.
You found the secret treat hiding place, but you're just not able to get into it or get anything out of it. And Percy, you go sniffing around looking for the doors, and you find one that smells like there might be food behind it. Smells like maybe your normal food. You can just barely get it, but you can't figure out how to get into the door.
It's baby locked. They have Gremlin. Of course it's baby locked.
As I'm like face planting against it, I'm like, foiled again.
You really need the humans to get into this to get food now, and they are still nowhere to be seen.
What about the room that has the how do you say this? The room that has the on-command rain showers.
So it is now
the
canon
emergency
that,
water bowl?
Yeah, the emergency water bowl.
It's now
That
canon
one,
that
that's
apparently Percy. So the shower in this bathroom, whenever it gets found now, is one of the ones that you just walk into.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not much of a lip or anything. It's just one that you walk into and everything drains. And I feel like Percy has multiple times just walked in while the humans were taking a shower.
Meanwhile, Gremlin's like, that's just my emergency water bowl. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, there's
It's got a little tang to it, but it's good.
Yeah. There's some spots where the water doesn't quite drain away, like all the way quickly. Like it takes a little bit of time. And Gremlin knows that if the water bowl's empty or they're too far away from the water bowl, there's the emergency supply.
There's a toilet.
The emergency water bowl, as it's been deemed now, is upstairs. And so you kind of reorient yourselves and you come back through the kitchen and go back to the stairs you almost face planted into before. But there's an obstruction. There's a gate on the stairs.
Oh no, what are we gonna do? We're gonna starve.
Gremlin, calm down, please. I don't know what that voice was. Now, Gremlin, we run at it together. We run together and
So-
jump at the same time, and we should be able to topple it.
I don't know if I can run that far. But for the food, I'll give it a try.
Gremlin, there's food on the other side.
I don't see any food,
Okay.
but I
That's-
believe you.
That's definitely a recreation roll. Are you trying to just? Well, never mind. Recreation roll. Let's see.
Oh boy.
Hey, that's a 5 plus 1 is 6.
I rolled a 4 minus 1 is a 3.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. So George, you succeed. Dawn, we tie. So what happens is you move back to get some space before you run, and Percy is a show dog, so they're a little bit more fleet of foot.
Oh yeah.
So Percy, you get that running start, and you majestically pose in midair as you jump and sail over this gate onto the stairs. Followed immediately behind you by Gremlin, not quite getting planted enough to jump and sliding on the hardwood floor and just slamming into the gate, but knocking it over because one of those baby gates that you just stretch
Yeah.
to the side and put against the walls. And so Gremlin just topples the gate over.
Just bang! I did it!
Good job,
Ow.
Gremlin. Good job.
So +1 to your temperament, George, and no change to yours, Don.
I need a damn pizza.
But yeah, you missed your jump, and it hurts just a little bit.
Damn, Percy, I need a pizza after that.
Well, maybe there's one upstairs. Let's go.
All right, so both of you.
Stairs?
It's the eye of the puggle.
You hear this?
The thrill of the bite.
It's like that deep, almost the reverse sneeze by the time that Gremlin gets to the top. It's like,
And this is one of those like winding staircases too. And so
oh,
it goes up, and there's like a landing, and then
Mhm.
it turns and goes up a little bit more, and another landing.
you get up to the first landing, and I'm like,
So yes, you reach the first landing, and
Gremlin.
oh,
Gremlin. There's still some more stairs.
I need
No.
a recreation roll from Gremlin to continue.
Come on. I will assist. I will give a helping paw.
Okay, so you make the roll in this instant, George.
Okay.
thank
It's
God.
your
I
recreation
rolled
roll.
a 0.
I rolled a 6 plus 1.
Amazing success. So Don gets a +1 back to his temperament because you have
Yay!
succeeded in assisting him. And how do you assist Gremlin to continue going after this first
Just-
platform here?
Just kill
Gremlin.
me, Percy.
No,
Just
no,
kill me.
Gremlin. No, Gremlin. Remember that movie that the humans were watching the other day? I don't remember a lot about it. It was about this weird like sport where they hit each other a lot. Remember that one scene though? They were running up the stairs and you were really liking the music. So I will just go
Cannon, your
Like,
your,
the
your
little
owners are Rocky
The
fans.
pugtail's like flopping around. Okay, I can do it, Percy.
You get a little burst of energy as you start hearing the tones coming from Percy, and you're like, "That's right, I can do it. There's just one more landing. I can do it." And you get there, you get halfway, you're starting to slow down. You're like, "Oh no, I can still do it." And you get up to 3/4, and you're just like, "Oh man, why is there so many of these?"
I imagine it's like cut together like a montage. Each scene is just one stare.
Each verse is one stare that Gremlin's making it up each time.
And it just does like the slow fade each time, and it keeps still playing. Like it's like 3 minutes of montage, but it's just a loop of
And
Pilot
it's only like that one part. All
right. So this is taking a little while. They're making it, and you succeeded, Percy, but this is taking a little while. You look down onto that first flight, that first landing again now, and there's the squeaky chew toy. The one
Don't do it, Percy. Don't do it. It's a trap. We're gonna die.
You can see the look in Percy's eyes as it gets really wide as the bump like starts to get a little bit faster now as Percy's starting to get a little bit excited. I need a self-control roll if you're gonna resist charging down the stairs to get this toy with Gremlin right there on the stairs too.
I rolled a 6.
Hey, we're back to 2s again, apparently. So you succeed. You like Gremlin. You get kind of worried for a second as you see Percy just start to like get ready to like go down the stairs, coming right at you, and you're almost there. You're 3/4 away. There's only 2 stairs left. What do you say to Percy, Gremlin?
Percy, remember the rain.
Go take a look to drive me away from you.
All right. And then Gremlin gets that final stair and gets up to the nice, the stairs were carpeted, but that nice carpeted hallway up at the top. And man, you're definitely working up an appetite now. This was a lot, Gremlin.
Why? Why do they make those things? It's so bad.
How else will we get up here, though? You know?
They just need to make it all down there. Why up here?
Because it makes everything smaller, so we can go up higher.
I don't understand.
I don't either. Honestly, I don't.
You go down the hallway, and the door to the rain room and the emergency water bowl is open. And you hear something inside.
We've done it.
Charge into the room.
Gremlin?
I'm walking. I'm getting there.
You're doing a gremlin charge into the room.
Yep.
As Percy, you beat Gremlin into the room. You see Garfield stepping out of that box that they always go into to do their business.
The magical outside box.
You run in there, and they kind of like they've just stepped out, and they kind of like freeze, and their eyes are wide, and they're staring at you. And they bolt and jump over you and land right in front of Gremlin.
Friend! Hi, friend!
So, I will accept either self-control or decision-making in this instance to resist chasing the cat to run away, or if you want to, try and make the cat not run away somehow. It does that initial jump and jumps over you, Percy, but lands in between you and Gremlin.
And I'm like, friend!
No, just for the fun of it, we'll make it a decision check, because that's a -1 for me.
Okay.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
I rolled a 5, so a 4.
And I rolled a 3. So it jumps over. You turn around real quick and get ready to give chase, but you're like, wait, we have to find the humans. Now, Gremlin, your friend just landed right in front of you.
Friend.
And they're getting ready to run off.
Come back, friend.
So is this a self-control to not chase them? Is it a recreation role to chase them? Or a decision-making role to try and do something else?
Probably self-control.
Yeah? Okay. Go for it.
Mostly because he's tired. Yay! That's a 4.
I rolled a 1. So there's a +1 to both of your temperaments for succeeding as
Yay!
Garfield races down the hallway.
Come back, friend!
Garfield!
Yelling about, God, do my business in peace.
Hey, humans watch us go all the time.
Sometimes they even play with it.
Why else do you think they bring those little blue bags with all the time?
It's a little concerning. I've never seen them poop, though. I hope they don't explode someday.
I have. It's gross.
All right, so you
don't
here.
Want to know what happens to your emergency water bowl.
Yeah, you're here where the emergency water bowl is. There are no humans in here, but I think since this is the emergency water bowl and you've just done a lot of stair work.
Oh yeah.
I think somebody might be looking for some of that emergency water. So, where do you find the emergency water?
Where it's seasoned the best, in the toilet.
I said, Jeff, you know that answer. You just want us to say it out loud.
Yep. Well,
I wonder how they get the seasoning like this.
It's closed.
So earthy.
So the easy way into it is closed.
Drats.
If only I had opposable thumbs.
Grab the plunger. Use that to bash it open.
What's a plunger?
It's the thing next to the toilet.
Oh, the stinky stick. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
You know, the plunger smells an awful lot like the emergency water bowl.
I think trying to grab the plunger and use it to open. I think I'm going to call for a recreation roll on that one. Because you go over and you grab it in your mouth and you've got the stick of the plunger and you're carrying it with you and you're trying to use it to get the thing open. So give me a recreation roll.
Me?
Yep. Percy was giving
2 minus 1 is a 1.
Yep. I rolled a 5. So lower your temperament by 1.
Yeah.
And you just you grab it and you just kind of like kink, kink.
It's just like pushing it around the edge.
Yeah, just like pushing it around and like, kink. And nothing is happening.
Rats, they've locked it.
It's just like those doors downstairs where the food is. The humans have locked it and you can't get into it.
They have those weird magic legs that they can hold on to things with.
Yeah.
Right,
should we go try their room?
What?
A quick check-in. What's everybody's temperament at right now?
3.
7.
Hey, it's still balanced.
It was 4 a minute ago.
All right. So, Percy, you suggest going to their room, but you've been doing some work. You're a little bit thirsty too, and you just hear a little bloop, bloop. There might be some water in the magic rain room.
I walk into it.
So now you're torn. There might be some drops here, but you don't see a whole lot. But the humans could give you a full supply, more than you could ever want. Let's see. Yeah, either decision making or self control, Percy, to resist the distraction of the very slow drip from the magic shower room or magic rain room.
Decision making because it's funny. That's a 6 minus 1 is 5.
Well, I rolled a 1. So you go in there and you're looking for it and trying to find it. You're sniffing around, and you like hear the bloop again. Bloop. But you're like, bloop. I tried, like for 2 seconds, like a dog would do. For like 2 seconds, you're like, okay, nope, gotta go.
Well, while I'm in there, real quick, do I see the white foamy stuff that I hate on myself? That they request that they put on me all the time. Like, do I see any of that on the bottom?
On the bottom, like, what do you mean on the bottom?
Like, do I see soap suds on the bottom of the shower?
No, you do not.
Okay.
You don't see any of the white foaming stuff, but you kind of smell a little bit, and it smells like there was some.
Gremlin, they're not dead. They're not dead.
Not that we know of. They're not here.
I mean, true, but they're not dead. Just imagine this from the human's perspective. All of a sudden, your pug's in the shower just going.
They got to walk in shower before they got the pets, then they realized their mistake.
That's more than fair.
All right. So now, go back. You leave. You go back in the hallway, and there's some more doors here. But which one is theirs? I need either one or both of you to make a decision-making roll to find the correct door for the human's room.
Don't remember. Just start scratching all of them. Oh, I really don't remember. That's a 0.
All right. Don?
I got a 5.
Okay, so yeah, -1 to your temperament, George.
Yep.
Because I also rolled a 5. So you're not sure. You're like, Percy, you run to one door, run to another door, run to another door, run to another door, because none of them smell right. You can't quite get the smell you're looking for.
It's got too much soap in the nose.
Yep. Gremlin, you know which door you need to go to, and so you get up to it. But the problem is, it's closed.
So Gremlins just goes up to the door and just keeps bumping it with their head. Just do.
Now, what you remember, though, is you've seen, not Garfield, but the other one. You've seen them open this door before. It's one of the, the handles that you just pull down. Open.
That's the problem when you have pets. His left handles, exactly. Or children.
That's also true.
So they might be in there, but you've seen that one open a door like this before.
I think we can hit that with something maybe and open it, but I don't know.
Smelly stick.
I'm not very good with the smelly stick. Maybe you're better at the smelly stick.
Let me try with the smelly stick.
Maybe if I help you and stick it on your head.
No, that part goes up. That's the easier part. You don't try to hit a target with a small thing. You hit the target with the bigger thing.
Just like Grandma.
Okay. All right, so what are you trying to do?
I'm going to grab the narrow end of the plunger.
Uh-huh.
So that the plunger part is away from me, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to try to hit the dirty thing with the plunger.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to call that a recreation roll. Trying to play around and get it up there.
5. 4
All
plus
right.
1.
I got a 3, so add +1 to your temperament, and you kind of you are able to push up against the handle a little bit, and it moves somewhat.
Okay. Next time it goes up like that, Gremlin, run into the door.
You're a genius.
Oh.
Let's hope this is a
All
door that opens in and not out.
I'm going to call for an attention roll from Gremlin on this one to be able to
Time
pay
it.
attention enough to time it. Yeah.
That with a +1, that's a 4.
I rolled a 6.
Ah.
So you see it go up a little bit, but you go kind of prematurely and you just thump,
Boom.
thump into the door. With a little bit more force than you were before. So this one's kind of like stings just a little bit as you just
I'm so hungry.
face plant into the door.
I can almost see my feet.
Gremlin, those are my feet.
Oh.
Well, what if the cats can do it? Why don't we grab one of the cats? Let them open the door.
Oh, we gonna play with the friends?
Yes, let's go find your friends.
Friend!
All right. So if I can get an attention roll from both of you to find either one of the cats.
I got a 5.
All right, that is a success. I rolled a 1.
Yay! I'm
So-
at an 8.
With that in mind, you find Garfield. Because
Nice.
Garfield is definitely more friendly than the other one.
Friend!
And they're lounging in their bed. That's just it's a little high up for you to get into. Like, it's on this there's like this thing that they always like scratch on, and it's kind of on the top of that, and they can jump up to it. But it's just a little bit too much for you to get up to, and they're just on that bed.
Just pause up. Garfield! Garfield! Garfield!
Like rolls over to his side, like the head kind of leans over and looks down at you. Yeah.
Have you seen the humans?
Nope.
Can you help us with the door, please?
I mean,
You can play with my
Why?
fancy collar.
with your what?
With the fancy collar.
Okay. All right. So either attention or decision making, Percy, to convince Garfield that the fancy collar is enough to try and help you open the door.
6 minus 1 is a 5, sir.
Ooh. Which one was it? Decision
Attention.
making? Attention?
Decision making, sorry, yes.
Decision making? Okay. Well, you still succeed. I rolled a 2.
I'm at a 9, guys. I don't know if that's good. I don't remember the rules half the time.
The 0 is bad.
Oh, 0 is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm approaching.
It's 0 to 10, so it won't go above 10. But once you hit 0,
I'm very focused right now on what I need to get done.
yes, Jesse, it's a case of the Mondays for Garfield.
And
Garfield's like, okay.
poor
Like,
Gremlin is just running out of willpower.
That's really what it is. It's just like, the animals is like, I'm so weak with hunger, I can't do anything.
Exactly.
And then the moment that there's food or something happens, they pop up with all the energy and all right. So Garfield sits up and stretches, like the cats do, and he kind of lazily like climbs down a little bit because there's like this really steep ramp that they can use to get up to, but it's just like the cat can do it, but you guys can't. It's just too narrow. You can't get both paws on it. So Garfield climbs down that ramp a little bit, wanders down the hallway, and goes, "You want the humans door?"
Yeah.
Okay. Go stand underneath it.
Just
And,
watching the door.
I just see like Percy's just standing like face about like this far from the door, just standing there, and Garfield like climbs up on your back.
Ow, ow,
You like feel its
ow.
little pokey parts of the claws because the back because it goes up on the back claws, so it's just the back claws on you, and like grabs the handle and kind of like hangs from a little bit, and you hear a click as it pulls down.
Bonk.
Bonk. All right, give me a recreation roll to try and push through the door.
4 + 1 is 5.
Well, I rolled a 2 again, so it opens and you're really eager. It opens. You push through, and the door swings open, and Garfield falls to the ground. And goes, "You could have waited."
What's waiting? Caller's downstairs.
Garfield starts to wander off, and the door has been opened to the human's room.
Let me know if you find any food, friend.
I smell pizza.
There's a pizza box somewhere.
There's a pizza box in this room somewhere.
So you can't quite. They got one of those tall beds. It's hard to see up on, and it's one of those big, huge ones. So they might be up there. It's hard to see. I'm gonna need a recreation roll again, George, to try and get up on the bed if that's your goal.
That's another 5. 4 + 1.
Ooh. Okay, I also rolled a 5. So you get a jump and you get up onto the bed, but you're like right on the edge, and they've got one of those like slick comforters.
Oh no.
And I'm like, what's going on? Is this comforter is like dropping on me? Ah!
Yeah, you like slip off before you can get a good look, and the comforter falls on the top and covers both you and Gremlin.
Great, now I'm blind.
I can't see. I've got hungry.
All right, what kind of check do you think would help you get out of this? Or do you want to get out of it? Maybe it's the will to fight on is what you're rolling for.
God.
Yeah, at this point, like Gremlin's like, I don't know. Maybe just kill me. Maybe I should just lay here and die.
I'm thinking a self-control roll for Gremlin.
Yeah, probably.
To push through the hunger and the darkness.
That's a 4.
I got a 2.
Hey!
+1 to your temperament, and you find the strength to carry on, Gremlin. You dig deep.
Back in the game.
All right. Now this is a big slick comforter, so Gremlin kind of sneaks out, but you don't know they're out yet, Percy. They just kind of snuck away from you, and it's real dark under here. So how is Percy gonna get out?
Man. Just gonna try to dig your way out.
Like I imagine like Percy grabbed the comforter and just like no, and is currently on their back.
All right, I'm gonna go for an attention roll since one of the examples is finding a bone for attention. I think finding your way out and digging it out would be attention in this instance.
How do you cock a D6?
What?
I am on 1 point on this D6.
Magic.
I don't know how you do that.
Let's re-roll that, shall we? Yes, a 3.
I rolled a 6.
Ah, fuck.
So, Gremlin, you were able to go on, and you get out, and you look around, and you see like something moving underneath this blanket you just crawled out from under.
Oh no, he's dying!
And Percy, you're not able to find your way out. What's happening?
It's dark. Help!
That looks like a monster. I jump on it.
All right, give me a recreation roll to jump
Oh,
on your target.
that's a 2.
I rolled a 1. You are able to jump and kind of pounce on the target. And Percy's problem was Percy was trying to go farther underneath the blanket.
Yeah.
But when you pounce on Percy and kind of like roll them over a little bit while you do that, you also like expose their back end from underneath the blanket because they were just kind of right on the edge.
Yeah.
And that helps Percy be able to get free.
And I'm
Of the
like,
of the blanket.
oh, I thought it was a monster.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. So you do feel some pressure, Percy, as thud. Something not hard but heavy and soft lands on you.
A little squishy.
Oh, you're on my face.
You're not a monster. Or are you?
Bum, bum, bum.
As you kind of like pull back to get a better look at what this monster possibly masquerading as Percy is. It's just Percy.
Hey, friend.
I'm on the floor again. Damn it.
That was a
All right, give me an attention roll to see if you can get the humans to notice you if they're up there.
That's a tree.
I rolled a 1. you Gremlin Percy just starts barking. What do you do?
Look at him like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Now when you both know, like when Percy barks this much like this, they usually like say something, right?
I am a pageant baby. I get what I want when I cry.
And there's no response. Maybe they're not in here?
That's it. They're dead.
This is so weird.
Let's find that pizza box.
Let's see. Well, it says attention to find a bone. Let's see. What a decision making for finding the pizza box.
That's a 6 minus 1 is 5.
Nice.
So it's a push. You can faintly smell the pizza,
Pizzazz.
but you just can't locate it.
You rolled a 6, didn't you, motherfucker?
I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay.
So we tied. Oh,
In here.
they abandoned you. I mean that's a good point. How like you've checked the magic rain room, you've checked the kitchen, you've checked the sleeping room. You've barked and nobody has said anything. No noise has been made. How do you feel right now? Did they abandon you?
Are you pulling a fucking lady in a tramp on us?
Are we gonna starve to death, Percy? They're gone forever.
Gremlin. We are.
Oh no.
And it's at this point you both realize your food bowls are in the dining room, which you didn't go into yet. You told her to even check the food bowls. You just went to the place that the food comes from. There might be food in the bowl.
Oh, but stairs.
Oh, Gremlin, I'll teach you a secret for stairs. They're so much easier to go down.
For you?
No, like this. Push.
Give me a recreation roll.
6 plus 1 is 7.
Okay, so you push Gremlin. Gremlin, well, give me a recreation roll.
That That's a 0.
So take a -1 to your temperament as you kind of like down to the first landing.
Oh.
And Percy just goes down, but their back feet don't touch the stairs. It's just their front feet.
Oh.
That looked like it hurt.
And Percy, you start following down, but when Gremlin hits that landing and rolls to a stop, you hear that. Yep. You hear that squeak, Percy. Give me that self-control roll.
5.
1. You're like, go down there and get ready to find it, but Gremlin's kind of on top of it, so you're like, right, food. And you continue down the rest of the stairs.
More food or more stairs. Will stairs for food.
Will stairs.
Give me another recreation roll of your own accord this time.
Oh, 1.
I got a 2.
I got a 2 on the dice, but
yeah. So it's a little more graceful this time. But you know like how those dogs like just like the pudgier ones kind of like down the stairs, and like their back end starts to like go a little bit faster, and they start to go a little bit sideways as they get towards the bottom. That's what happens, and then you hit the gate that you knocked over before, and it's kind of like a roll over onto the floor as Percy was just able to jump over and make it.
Absolutely.
I can just imagine this like slightly pudgy black pug that is Gremlin doing these things.
Just food.
And then the other perky puggle here that
just
Percy bounding around in high energy. All right, to get to the dining room, the long way is to go through the kitchen and around, or the shorter way is to go through the living room, but you have to jump onto the couch and off of the other side.
I look at Gremlin. Picture how funny it would be to watch them try to jump onto the couch.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Realize that's the way we're going.
The shortest distance between 2 points is food.
Yep.
Yep.
If I have to go through the couch, I will.
I had a dog that actually did that. They jumped into our couch and it went back and then came. They hit it that hard.
All right, this is a recreation roll for both of you to get up onto the couch.
I'm going to try to assist Gremlin. I'm going to get under them and like push.
Oh, I was gonna just bound, but yeah, I got a 4. That's not bad. I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5 too, so it's a 6.
All right, so I rolled a 5. So I think what I'm going to do here is no temperament change for either of you. We'll take the middle. And you both get up on the couch, but the sun is coming through the window, and there's just the perfect spot on the couch where you jumped up where it's nice and warm and welcoming.
And we found it before the cats did?
Yep.
So I'm going to go with a self-control roll to continue on with the mission and not lay down and take a nap.
But it's so warm.
So warm. I rolled a 5.
I got a 3.
All right, so Percy, you're like, nope, on a mission. And you go and you jump off the other side of the couch and get into the dining room.
By yourself.
Gremlin, You're really torn right now. You've done a lot of work today because I got a 3 as well. You've done so much work. You've gone up the stairs and down the stairs, and you ran and you jumped.
Yep.
The spot is just so warm and welcoming. But food.
Yep. But food. You just
What?
hear Gremlin just groaning. It's not even a whine. It's just a.
Gremlin, are you having tummy issues again?
No.
Did you eat the garden snake again?
I'm so torn.
That sounds like a you problem.
Gremlin, what's the next step here?
It's really hard, but I'm going to try to make it over the couch.
All right. Give me the check.
All right. If that's recreation, it's a 6 minus 1 for 5.
Oh, I also rolled a 6. So there's a -1 to your temperament. Where does that put you now?
I'm at 1.
We're getting close. Where are you at? Where's Percy at?
10.
So Percy's maxed out.
I've been sitting at a 10 for the last 3 rolls.
This is what happens when I play games every time.
It's true. I was trying to flip the script by, saying the other way around when we started, but I think all of my 6s that I've rolled have come against Dawn, too.
Yep.
So you get off the other side of the couch, but it's not graceful.
It's like a sack of potatoes.
Yep, and you're just kind of laying there on the ground, struggling to go on, but you made it over the couch.
There's got to be food.
Gremlin, you're more of a diva than I am. That wasn't that hard.
I weigh like 3 of you, and I'm half your height.
Yeah, I was wondering why they said the word diet around you a lot. The man who puts the thermometer up our... Not finishing the joke?
All right. So
the demon of the cold. The man in white.
The man in white. Actually, it's more like a light blue.
Yeah.
All right. So we're trying to find the food bowls now. So one or both of you can roll attention to try and find it, or Percy could help Gremlin.
Here, Gremlin, let me give you an assistance. Let's find the food bowls. That's a 1.
I rolled a 6.
So I get the -1.
You get the -1 to your temperament, but you can't find the food bowls. The water bowl is there. Oh, there's water. But where are the food bowls?
Gremlin, look, water.
But the food. The food, Percy. What about the damn food?
Did you check the emergency food spot?
That's upstairs in the bathroom, right?
No, it's in between the couch cushions.
So at this point...
I'm not climbing back up that.
So at this point, in reality, it's been like 15 or 20 minutes since you all woke up.
Yep.
But to both of you, it's been hours. The humans are gone. They haven't fed you. You've been abandoned. You do feel like you're starving because you haven't eaten since yesterday sometime. Or was it 2 days ago at this point?
It might have been a week. I don't even know anymore.
You're too fat for it to have been a week without food.
That's what you think.
And then there's a window in the dining room that goes into the backyard, and there's like some movement catches your eyes from out that window.
Gremlin, the squirrels are back.
No. Not them too.
To the doggy door.
I don't know if I can make it, Percy.
But the doggy door. Come on. It's just right there. It's right there. Come on.
All right.
All right, so Percy, Gremlin, gets up and starts following you, and you dart away to the doggy door. And then you poke your head. You poke your head through the doggy door, Percy, and you see the squirrel. But at the same time, you hear the sound that you hear the humans go through with this big door. And they do something. They sometimes they put you in there when they take you to see the the man in the light blue coat.
The moving room.
The moving room. You hear them coming, so the humans might be here. They might be here, but squirrel. So
Squirrel.
I think this is going to be a self-control roll, Percy.
I'm like, I can't even make it through that doggy door right now.
What is it?
A 6.
Okay, that is a success. You get your temperament
A
back.
success.
See, this is why Percy's in such a good mood. His temperament's so good. It's on the high end. Of
Yeah,
the
he's
scale.
all bounding around, excited, and having a great day.
Yeah. So
But
you
it's just
see,
tired of Gremlin shit right now.
you see the squirrel, but you hear the noise, and you're kind of half in, half out.
Just like Grandma.
But and so you push the rest of the way out because you can't back up from this point. The way it works, you got to go all the way out and come back in. And you push out, and you get ready to come back through. Gremlin, before Percy comes back through, you hear the squirrel, and you see them dart out the doggy door. What is Gremlin thinking? What is Gremlin's next action?
If I only had the energy. Well, he's dead. He's gone forever.
All right, what is Gremlin gonna try and do now that they're all alone?
Just gonna start mourning and howling. Just probably sounds like a heavy smoker though, with all the gels. So it's more like
I'm all alone. Nobody here beside me.
All right, let's go for an attention roll, Gremlin, to see what happens.
That's a 6.
Hey!
Almost a
Hey,
7.
that's a 3.
God's
So-
back in it.
There's 2 temperament. And so as you do that and think it's over and you're all alone, you also hear the moving room.
Human? Human food.
Why does it sound like Gremlin's about to eat the humans?
All right. Now, if I can
If it
get
comes down to it.
The cat's called dibs first.
so now picking the right room to find the moving room is going to be a decision-making roll from both of you.
Oh,
boy.
great.
That's a flat roll, so.
Oh, that's a 0.
Squirrel, 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 squirrel. That's a 3.
I rolled a 6.
Ah, god damn it.
So Percy, you jump back, you come like almost sailing back through the doggy door as you heard the moving room. And at the same time, Gremlin is also trying to find the moving room, and you both just kind of like roll over each other.
Da-da-da-da.
And end up back in the living room onto the carpet, just laying there.
Just kill me, Percy. It's over. I can see the tunnel and the light Ooh, spaghetti.
Gremlin. That's just under the TV.
It's toy
That's why
spaghetti.
it smells like feet.
It's like it's a toy that looks like spaghetti. Like it's a chew toy. It's a bowl that looks like a bowl of spaghetti, but it's a chew toy that squeaks.
Yeah, I'm upside down. I see the spaghetti. Percy.
Wait, we're
All right.
Pasta Area in this?
So now that we've decided it is a chew toy that looks like a bowl of spaghetti, but you know the humans are somewhere.
And it says "moms" on the top of it.
What do we think? Either self-control or decision-making. I'm leaning towards self-control, but
Me too.
a comment could be made. Okay.
All right, that's a 4.
3.
I also rolled a 3.
Hey, look, I'm back to 10.
So, Percy, you realize
Scatty.
that's not food. That's just a toy, and you race off towards the door that leads to the moving room. Percy, Gremlin, with your temperament of 1 still, you see it's the chew toy. You go over and you realize as you reach a paw out to try and is stretching out as far as you can to reach it with the one paw because you don't really want to move. And you feel it and you're like, oh no, that's just the toy.
That's a dead squeaky toy at that point in time.
Yep.
That thing is going to get torn apart.
And
I'll remember this, Sketty. I'll remember this.
So
one
Percy,
day when you're not paying attention, Sketty, I'm gonna chew you to pieces.
That would be a perfect way to send Gremlin into the sunset if you had failed this roll. Destroying the chew toy. But Percy, there's the door to the moving room. You're there. You hear voices.
Again?
It's the humans. All right, give me an attention roll to succeed before Gremlin starves to death.
6. I want food.
I rolled a 1. You're barking. You hear your name on the other side of the door. The female human, the one that usually takes you out to
Mom.
to the one that gets you clean, the one that gets you your haircuts and all that stuff. And you hear her, yes, Percy dear, yes, hold on, we're coming. And the door opens.
Mom, we thought you died.
And it's like, yes, Percy, we're home. It's okay, Percy. And you hear you hear Dad go, well, there's Percy. Where's Gremlin?
The Gremlin's on the floor, just kill me.
It's like,
Dad, we thought you died.
Like, yeah, down, Percy, down. I figured Gremlin would have been here first. We missed breakfast.
They look over.
He's just laying there trying to pot the spaghetti.
Occasionally twitching.
They both kind of chuckle at Gremlin's sickly, oh, I'm so hungry, pawing at this bowl of spaghetti. And Percy just kind of bounding around, jumping up, putting his paws up on them.
Jumping on the sofa, jumping down, jumping up.
And let's see. Gremlin. Let's go with
Making him roll another time.
last one to see.
He's on a 1.
I know.
You cruel man.
You hear. You must be dreaming, Gremlin. You hear familiar voices. You hear the humans, but they're gone. They're dead. They've left you to starve. It can't be them. You must be delirious with hunger.
Mom, Dad, is that you?
Give
Am
me
I
an-
back in the litter?
give
No,
me
then
an-
there would be food.
Give me an attention roll to see if you're really dreaming.
That's a 4.
I rolled a 3.
Hey!
Gremlin, you realize that you're not dreaming. That is the voices. You like roll over to one side. You're laying on one side, so you haven't gotten up to your feet all the way. You're just on the one side. You look over, and you see the humans coming through the door with Percy jumping around them. They're real. They're there.
We're gonna be saved. Percy, the food.
The food.
And the dad comes over and rubs your belly, Gremlin, a little bit, and you hear him say Gremlin, and you hear him say food.
Just lumber up with the spirally pugtail wagging and flapping around.
And he's like, "That's right, buddy. Come on, let's get some food."
I'm gonna die.
They're all happy to see us now until they go upstairs. We're gonna let the plunger in their room with the sheets all over.
Don't worry, I think they'll blame the cats, Percy. We're too nice.
The gates knocked over.
They come over and they supply you with food. They put it in your food bowls. You're able to eat. They give you some pets. They walk off, and you hear Mom go, "One of them chewed up a letter." And then Dad's gone up, and then Dad's like, "They busted through the gate."
Like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would have been better. Like have your head stuck into it.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Just this black pug face
through the gate.
Hey Gremlin.
So,
Gremlin, I think they're putting us in the cone.
Food.
Gremlin doesn't care as long as there's food. So you both have successfully survived the abandonment and the hunger pangs to succeed in getting the attention and food from your humans.
I really love the time scale on this. It's great.
I mean, I feel like it's 100% accurate if we're being honest here.
It is.
Yes, to anyone who has owned a dog, yes.
That's why I think my dog does like all of her rounds throughout the night so she can just hibernate throughout the day because she's like, I know you're all leaving forever. I'm just going to curl up and die here.
All right, so there we go. We have completed this edition of the Grand Pug Adventure successfully. It was real touch and go with Gremlin there for a while.
Poor bastard.
Wow, I love this fortune cookie.
Yeah?
You will be called upon to help a friend in trouble.
I mean, probability states that's accurate.
But it also happened in game.
That's what I'm laughing at.
You got a friend in me.
So yeah,
that'll be next time when they find out that Percy and Gremlin have worms. You got a friend in me.
Oh. I'm glad we could entertain you while you had to work late, Jesse.
Heck yeah.
It's like that's what I thought. I figured this was gonna be a lot of fun. Just a nice little like easy, like nothing like it was rules heavy, just to go through and play, and it really was. Like really the hardest part I think is just sometimes deciding what skill to roll on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The actions make sense though.
Oh yeah. Especially like putting it into like the mindset of not even like just a pug, but like a dog in general or anything like that too.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this was fun. This is good. I think like this is well written for being like, you know, a short. I guess technically it's a 2-page with the extra, but the descriptions of the pug personalities were kind of like an add-on to help figure it out later. It was written just originally as the 1-page. And she did the art too. She drew all these.
That's really cool.
Yeah, she has a pug named Rocket. So if you saw in the Twitter post, she actually commented on it. She's in Germany right now, so she's going to try and catch the VOD in the morning or tomorrow when she gets up. But she was mentioned that Rocket was cheering us on, so
Aw.
I hope we did Rocket proud with our successful mission to find food and attention from the humans.
Yeah, I really had a lot of fun with that.
Oh, so fun.
And yeah, this is just like this is easy one to pick up. Like if you have your if you have like a a long term game that you've been running and maybe you're missing a player or two for some reason for a session,
Mm-hmm.
like this is something you can just pick up and insert into that so you can still play. Or if you had like a really serious session and you need something kind of lighthearted next time around,
Yep.
this is also something that you can just throw in there.
Like
Hey,
running
Don.
maybe our failure module when that comes out.
Yeah.
Don, do you want this after we all TPK in the next session?
I mean, it's been getting real close.
I mean, maybe I can make the next one so it's less of a problem.
Oh no! Even if you make it, we're SOL on this one.
It's been getting real dicey.
But I can fly.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like for those of you that I know there's people out there that probably this isn't like their speed or their flavor for a game, but if you're playing at your own table or something, you can make this a little more serious of a game too.
Yep. You can also make it crunchy because the system's fairly rules light, so you can add other things if you really wanted to.
Yeah, if you wanted, like I said, if you want something a little more serious or some more serious stakes, you could do it. You could even take the system created here and adapt it to something else pretty easily to fit. If you didn't want to do pugs, you could make it, cats or another animal, or do a little bit of adjustment, to make it anything.
It would be really fun to do a version of this as raccoons.
Yes.
Trash pandas.
Trash pandas.
Maybe that's one we add to the list. Actually, there's one I do want to add to the list because I think it'd be awesome to play with. Get Jesse in on this one too, at least maybe. But we did it once. Colby, my partner, ran us through it. Basically, you are all himbos or herbos, and you're just good-natured, friendly people, not necessarily very smart, and they've got different things. I think it was on Dungeon and Daddies. I think they did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun because like you can donate dice pool to people, so like one person can roll for the group and have dice from everybody else. And I think we had one person rolling like 10d6 at one point. to try and succeed on the roll. I don't remember the exact rules, but I think that would be a fun one to play because I think we all could do a very good job being friendly himbos.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just me.
I might reach out to Stasia and see if she's interested in maybe running that for us. That way we could all play himbos together.
That would be great. I'd love that.
All right. Well,
so did we want to bring up anything about next time around?
Yeah.
Next time?
Do kind of like the sign off thing. So for the next 2 Wednesdays, we are going to be doing a playtest of a game called A Divine Calling.
Yep.
Dawn is going to be running myself and Jesse, and I'm not sure who else yet.
This is going to be a fun game because it's definitely like a high school sim kind of game where you play as like divine avatars where gods are investing you with powers to help.
Percy Jackson.
Kind of, except you like get chosen as an avatar in a way.
So the Egyptian one of Percy Jackson.
Kind of. But you get to pick or create your god.
Yeah. So that's what's next on the list. It is a play test. So we're going to be going through it. We will be kind of critiquing a little bit at the end, but we're going to go through as we do our normal kind of format where we'll have 2 sessions. So the first one we'll kind of create the characters, go into the system a little, The creator's not going to be on the stream for this one, so Don's going to be running it, but we'll be talking a little bit about it where we can.
Yep, I'll be reading through it extensively over the next couple weeks, which means that my development of Wishfire might slow down, but I have the final drafts of the character sheet made, and I'm working on the scenes for the quick start, so it's almost done.
So that will be something also coming up soon. We are going to ideally have Michael with Luck Legends back in March for XD6, which is just about rolling a whole bunch of D6s. And that's what I'm real excited about, because you have a pool that you pull from to do things, and you decide how many you grab to try and succeed at the task. So
and it's like a resource management game, because your pool just shrinks as things keep going.
Ooh, that's fun.
And yeah, we've got other games coming down the pipe as well. We haven't fully scheduled all of them yet. Still reaching out to people, because we like to try when we can to get the creator involved, if at all possible.
Yeah. Not to mention that we're in the middle of developing not one, not two, but 3 of our own indie games now.
It's the boom. It's the boom. It's what happened with all the fallout from the other stuff that we won't get into right now.
We got Dire Straits, Wishfire, and a grim dark fantasy that's going to be my spin on a D20 system.
Not to mention, I am also working on a unnamed, currently capture monster fighter one that I still have to figure. And I'm excited to finally get.
I have a feeling that we're never going to be at a loss for games to play, either it be a play test or something else, because there are a lot of people, justifiably so, out there trying to create their own thing now.
Yep. Question for you, George. Do you have a setting concept for your game yet?
I have, okay. I want to have. The issue is I want to keep it setting free. I want it to be able to be played in any type of setting you want it to be in. I know. Like how Overgrown was.
Yeah. One thing that I would point out, though, is for like a quick start, you should have like some kind of.
I have quick start ideas. I have like 3 in my head that I can easily write once I actually have not working 9 days in a row.
No, I got you. I was just curious what your idea, because if you have setting elements, you can come up with a good name for your game based off of setting elements.
Yeah.
See, you could technically relabel like Pokemon fantasy-based dogfights.
True. Yes, I have ideas, and I will be talking to both of you, because you two are much.
I'm just messing with you. I made that joke, and both of my kids gave me this serious look, like I just hurt their souls, and I'm like, what?
I mean, when you break it down, it is just animal fighting.
Yeah. It's legal fantasy-based cockfights.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're we're devolving.
We always devolve.
It's not wrong,
so what we could do is we could turn a version of like that type of game into grim dark fantasy and make it way more visceral. And there you go. Adult monster hunting and capturing game.
That's part of the idea that's been spinning in my head.
And then you could have like a hunter that like tracks down, hunts, and like kind of like Monster Hunter, where it uses the pieces of the different monsters as gear and equipment.
All right, I'm gonna sign us off of here. We've kind of gotten away from the topic here a little bit, which is
Grand Pug Adventure. Really fun game.
It really is. It really is.
Well, this might be one we revisit, maybe with the adventures of Percy and Gremlin, as they maybe
go to a dog park.
Go to a dog park. You made some friends.
That'd be a cool adventure.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for tuning in, whether you're live or watching us later.
Yep.
I'm going to put it in here.
Also, we'll be editing our YouTube edits so that you don't have to wait 6 freaking minutes or so to see the start screen move over to transitions.
Yep.
So
We're
that'll be a thing.
We're learning more as we go to help kind of streamline it a little bit. So the starting screens will not be there really on the YouTube versions once we get it all figured out and laid on the line.
Get it all fixed.
Yeah.
Ish.
But yeah, La Leon cosplay. Let's see. I think.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, right there. She also has like her little publishing. There it is. Yeah, right here. So if you search for the La Leon, you'll find her on Twitter and elsewhere.
I'm going to put it in the chat so it's a little clearer.
That's true. I was like, can't really see it very well there. But she also does a lot of cosplays, and you can also find her. She is a professional GM on Start Playing, and has been doing D&D and other systems.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
very cool.
Check that out as well, and drop a comment down here on YouTube or on Twitter, and I believe there's. Can't remember exactly where it is right now because it's been a little while since the interview, but there's a way for you to get access to this yourself as well, and
spread the word, play the game, and have fun with it.
Yeah, this is a good base for like if any of you are interested in trying to create for like a one-page, RPG event as they tend to come up.
Mm-hmm.
It's. And anyone can do it, and anything could take off. You just have to find something that you like, and do something really well with it.
Yep.
Like this one here.
Keep it simple. Keep it fun. Just like this.
Yeah, that's what this one does, and she obviously had a pug that she owned that helped influence a lot of these behaviors, and so that made it really like real. And like I said at one point, I can just see these dogs doing these things, and it just it's real, so it's easy to envision it and easy to get into the mindset and the characters, right?
Oh, we were supposed to play characters in that.
Valid. All right, so yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll be back again next week with another indie game, and maybe, depending on how the Twitter poll goes, a new name for our indie game streams.
There were some real good ideas being thrown around on Twitter.
There is.
Y'all should follow them. They're great.
I'm guessing there's probably going to have to be another poll, because when I went to the other one, there's a lot of good ideas on there, so there might have to be another poll with the winner of this one plus some of the others. Then.
Yep, I agree with that.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yep. Stay legendary, folks. Or, at least try?
Question mark?
No, it evolved.